Ghana Means Business, brought to you by GOIL. GOIL, good energy.
Ghana Means Business. Your story, our message.
Morocco, over the past few years, under the transformational leadership of His Majesty King Mohammed VI, has made Morocco one of Africa's true giants, with major exports going through Europe, with almost 13 million people pouring into Morocco every year as tourists. Morocco has become a beacon of light and prosperity in Africa. In the area of security, Morocco leads and paves the way. In the area of trade and collaboration, Moroccan companies have investments in almost 30 countries in Africa. Ghana has renewed its trade agreements under the leadership of Nana Akufo-Addo with the Kingdom of Morocco. Morocco is poised over the next few years to pour billions and billions of investments into Africa, including Ghana. This evening, we are going to present you the best interview with Her Excellency, the Ambassador of Morocco. So for more of this, stay tuned, sit back, relax in the comfort of your home, and enjoy your favorite apolitical, factual, and unbiased television show, Ghana Means Business, with your host, Nana Fredua Agyeman Pambuo.
Every now and again, GOIL makes good things happen. This time, GOIL has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 gives you a smooth driving experience, that is, less vibrations. Fill up with GOIL Super XP Ron 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. GOIL has that sorted. GOIL, good energy.
Ghana Means Business. Your story, our message.
Morocco is a country located in North Africa that has a coastline on both the North Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. It has borders with Algeria to the east and the Spanish North African territories of Ceuta and Melilla on the Mediterranean coast in the north. Morocco's long struggle with independence from France ended in 1956. Following their independence from France, Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, King Mohammed V of Morocco, and other Pan-African leaders of their day formed the Casablanca Group in 1961 to oppose colonialism, racism, and neo-colonialism.
Excellency, what a pleasure to be with you today. And you look incredible. I love your outfit.
Thank you very much. That's
Is
very
this
nice
a typical Moroccan outfit? Or?
Yes, it is. It's a typical Moroccan outfit for
and the
ladies.
Embroidery?
It's typically Moroccan, and you cannot find it anywhere else. It's
wow.
typical.
And I love the color.
Thank you very much. It's
and
very
thank
nice
you so much for inviting us to your beautiful house.
You're welcome, like every time.
You know, Morocco is such a beautiful country bordering on the Mediterranean and the Atlantic Ocean. In terms of advancement, it has done so well. Sometimes we in Africa even forget that Morocco is part of Africa. Yeah. And you as the ambassador represents all that is Moroccan.
Yes.
What does it mean to be a Moroccan? And what are the values and traditions of Moroccans?
Well, Morocco is definitely an African country. That is to state a fact first. And it is also a sovereign Islamic state. That is deeply rooted in Africa. It has a Mediterranean and Mediterranean and Berber roots, and also Hebraic ones. So it's a very diverse country.
So African, Berber, and Hebrew.
And Muslim.
And Muslim.
Yes.
Wow.
At the same time. And it's very unique, very diverse, and very much, even though it is rooted in tradition and history, it's also one of the most onward-looking countries in the Arab Muslim world. So it has many specificities and uniqueness to it.
Excellency, so what events gave birth to the throne day?
Well, the grandfather of our actual king was exiled by the French occupiers.
What was his name?
Mohammed V.
Mohammed V,
Yes.
okay.
He was exiled with his family in Madagascar.
Okay.
Because he refused to bow to some colonial dictations. So he was exiled. When he came back, because the Moroccan people had made a revolution, and they were out in the street asking for their king to come back. So when he came back, it was the first act of allegiance. It was the initial day of throne, when the people came out from their homes and paid allegiance to our king, the late Mohammed V, the father of the nation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellency, during the 21st anniversary of the enthronement of King Mohammed VI, you said that Africa must rely on its own resources towards a development of a new prosperity.
Yes.
What did you mean by that statement?
Well, I think that I just repeated one of our king's main ideas for Africa, that is an Africa beyond aid, as His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo has also been pledging for. We in Morocco think that that Africa has all the necessary
Absolutely.
Natural resources, human resources, and genius to work with each other. We need to work with each other, and we need to explore avenues of cooperation among ourselves, and not rely on mere handouts from other what they call development partners.
Yes.
So we strongly believe in this, and we are actually working towards this. I think the FCFTA would be a dream come true for all of us.
And I want to go right there. So what do you think the Continental Free Trade Agreement is going to achieve? Is it very much in line with your vision?
It is absolutely in line with my vision, my country, and my king's vision, because it will give us, it will rid us of all the hindrances that are providing us from being economically independent and economically relying on each other. So if a country has oil and another country has other products that this country is needing, we should be able to deal without taxes and border problems and visas and all of this kind of hindrances. We should be working together on this.
Excellency, in 2017, when after the inauguration of His Excellency President Nana Akufo-Addo, yes, one of the first heads of state to visit Ghana was His Majesty, yes, King Mohammed VI. And during this time, his visit, about 25 trade agreements were signed. Yeah. Can you share with us how far these 25 agreements, in terms of 20, I think, were government and 5 were in private-public partnerships, how far have they advanced and have they concretized into real projects?
Well, as you said, His Majesty was one of the first African leaders to visit His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo when he took power in January. Actually, our king came in February.
Wow.
Yes.
He probably was the first.
I think he was the first. And he also, when he signed this, we signed these 25 agreements. Ever since these agreements have been signed, a lot has been achieved. That is to say that our legislative bodies, the parliaments in Morocco and the parliament in Ghana, have gone through the legal procedures to implement this agreement, And we are now happy to announce that one of the key agreements for this, that is the agreement on avoidance of double taxation, has been ratified on both sides, and it is going to be signed. The exchange of ratification instruments would take place in Rabat very soon.
Oh, that is great.
Yes. This will encourage businesses from both sides to go ahead with their intentions to invest either in Ghana or in Morocco.
Now, from this, it is obvious that Ghana and Morocco intend to forge a very deep economic relationship. Excellency, please share with us and all the people in Ghana, what are some of the investment opportunities in Morocco, and also Moroccans too, what can they expect, or what kind of areas do you think are available for them in Ghana?
Yes, first of all, I would like to talk about the business environment in Morocco. Morocco has jumped 7 slots in the World Bank
ranking
on doing business 2020.
Ease of doing business.
Yes, so it is now the 53rd country on 190, which is Morocco is the first one in North Africa. Even though there are oil producing countries in the region, but we are the first. In terms of on continental level, we are the 3rd behind Rwanda and Mauritius. That is to say that we are very much doing well. Morocco also provides for the foreign investors and African investors 5 free zones to invest in with all the ease and the simplified procedures.
It's almost plug and play. There are free zones that you can come in, establish your factory, and you are ready to roll.
Yes, we have now 5 of them. We are planning to have 12. That means 1 free zone per region. We have 12 regions in Morocco. The main areas that foreign investors are interested in Morocco are first tourism, because we are a very important country in tourism-wise.
So how many tourists do you average, like let's say before
the pandemic,
Corona, before the pandemic, how many were you averaging in a year?
Actually, in 2019, we reached 13 million tourists.
13 million tourists?
Yes. 13.
What is the population of Morocco?
Morocco is 37 to 40 million.
37 to 40 million.
Yes.
And you receive how many tourists?
13 million.
13
in 2019,
million.
Yes. Actually, the structures are there, the hotels are there. Morocco is very diverse as a country. It has so many, you can be in Ifran, for example, and it's snowing.
Wow.
And you can ski.
It snows in Morocco?
Yes, it does, in many areas, not only in Ifran. And if you move down southern of Morocco, like if you go to Ouarzazate, for example, and there is sun, and you can ride camels and sleep in a bivouac in the desert. Wow. And it's very, and you have the Atlantic Ocean. There are so many resorts on the sea. And also on the Mediterranean side, the sea is much calmer, and there are also a lot of investments in the tourism industry. So I think
in terms of industry, what are Moroccans noted for in terms of industry, production, manufacturing?
We have become very famous in the industry of making cars. And
what kind of cars?
The Renault and Peugeot. We have, I think, 3 or 4 plants for assembling cars for these brands, French brands. We are now the first in Africa in terms of car manufacturing. We also have the biggest port in Africa, that is Tangier, from which these cars are exported all over the world, even in Africa. I know that I've seen some Moroccan-made cars in Ghana.
I see.
Not many of them, but it's coming. I think it will be good. Yeah.
Okay. And in terms of agriculture, what are Moroccans in terms of main crops for export?
Well, agriculture in Morocco is very important. First, it is 14% of our GDP.
14%.
Yes. It employs 1/4 of all the labor force, and even during the pandemic, we succeeded in increasing our agricultural exports by 10%. This,
during the pandemic,
during
last
the
year,
pandemic,
2020.
yes. Before it was very lucrative because we exported in 2019 $2.2 billion in
$2.2 billion
yes,
in exports.
In exports, in agricultural exports.
And that was 2019.
Yes. So agriculture is definitely a very important.
And when we say what kind of crops are we talking about?
Yes, we are talking about green beans, vegetables, and Morocco is the first exporter of tomatoes, for example.
Tomatoes?
Yes, to Europe. And citrus.
Fresh tomatoes?
Fresh tomatoes. And citrus, you know,
and
oranges, lemons. And now we are also becoming a very good export destination for the red fruits, you know, strawberries and cranberries and all this. We are doing very well.
So when you're talking about almost 2.5 billion in exports of agriculture, we are talking about mainly fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and vegetables. I am also talking about fisheries, the fisheries sectors, because in Morocco, agriculture and fisheries are headed by one
So
department.
you also export fish?
Yes, we do.
I think the Titus sardine, which is very popular in Ghana,
yes, it
is from Morocco.
It is from Morocco. There are so many other brands that we export mainly to Europe.
Every now and again, Goil makes good things happen. This time, Goil has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. Goil Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. Goil Super XP Ron 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. Goil Super XP Ron 95 gives you a smooth driving experience, that is, less vibrations. Fill up with Goil Super XP Ron 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. Goil has that sorted. Goil, good energy.
Ghana means business. Your story, our message.
Moroccan Airlines comes to Ghana, is it 5 days a week?
It was 4 times a week. Now, because of the pandemic, it's only 2 times a week. But I had the promise from the head of the Royal Air Maroc here, saying that they are planning to go back to their usual 4 times a week.
How many hours?
4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours and 20 minutes.
From here to
Casablanca.
Casablanca.
Yes.
How many international airports does Morocco have?
We have 17.
17 international airports.
And one major airport that is Casablanca. It's the biggest one. So I think we are also planning to build a very important airport in the southern parts of Morocco. That is Dakhla. It's the extreme southern part of Morocco because a lot of tourism interest is going this way.
And what about railways? Do you have inland railway systems?
Yes, we do. We do have a rail line network, a very good one. We have the first LGV, that is a ligne de grande vitesse, fast train, and the first one in Africa. We have it's a very good. We don't have any problems in terms of transportation.
Okay.
Our normal railway, ordinary ones are also operating very well. So I think we have very good highways, very good highway network in all over the country. We are working to expand to our inlands and to our southern provinces. So it's whenever you don't visit Morocco for a year or 2 years,
and you go
back and it has totally changed. So I think there is a lot of efforts being conducted in the areas of infrastructures because we know that it will facilitate the transport of people and goods, and it will have economic good consequences on our economy and that of the continent because we are we are at the gateway from to Europe and to Africa, so we can be a hub for this.
Absolutely. Excellency, so let's reverse the role. Now, what about opportunities for Ghanaians? Are there, as the ambassador being in Ghana, what have you observed to be areas that Ghanaian businesses or Ghanaian businessmen can also look in terms of exporting to Morocco?
Absolutely, there are so many. I think Morocco is very welcoming to foreign investors. We encourage African investors.
So, like specifically, what is in Ghana that is not in Morocco that we can export there?
For example, just on the top of my head, it's cocoa, for example.
Cocoa.
Cocoa.
Okay.
For example, we in Morocco have to import this from, I don't know where, from Latin America or
from Brazil.
From Brazil, instead of getting it from Ghana, that is only 4 hours away from, with the very better quality.
Sure.
So cocoa is one of the things. Fruits.
What kind of fruits?
The pineapples,
mangoes,
and we don't have.
We have guava.
The jackfruit. You know, where do we get this?
Avocado.
Avocado. Where do we get these fruits from? From Latin America.
You're getting your pineapples.
Yes.
Your cocoa. Your avocado.
Yes.
Your
pineapples.
And pineapples. Yes. You're getting all these from Latin America. When it's only 4 hours away from Ghana.
Absolutely.
And you consume them in high quantities?
We do. Moroccan people are very curious. They want to discover things that are not grown in Moroccan soil. They want to have this exotic tastes that they are used to having oranges and apples and bananas. We also grow some types of Moroccan bananas in Morocco. But they want to discover these pineapples, mangoes, and they are keen on it. But when we import them from these very far countries, because of the ways these things are packed and the time they took in arriving to Morocco, there is no taste at the end of the day. And when you eat these fruits, it doesn't convey the real taste of the fruits, as if you here in Ghana we buy pineapples at the streets and we can taste them, and it has the real without the pesticide and without these preservatives and whatever they put on the. So whenever I receive in the residence any delegation from Morocco, I made it a duty to just present these fruits of Ghana and tell the people that this is real pineapple, not the canned one, not the one coming from
Latin America.
Lands.
Yes.
So I think this should be should be an economic priority for the Ghanaian businessman to explore, because there is a huge market in Morocco for it.
Well, folks, you've heard the ambassador herself telling Ghanaians that Morocco is open for business, just like Ghana is also ready for business. And that Ghanaians in the pineapple industry, in the avocado industry, in the cocoa industry, Morocco is open and ready for business, including mangoes too. Excellency, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
Now, how is the ease of doing business in Morocco? For example, somebody listening to this interview who is a pineapple grower, pineapple trader, and decides that I want to send all my pineapples to Morocco. What would be the practical steps to follow?
Well, he should first come to the embassy and present himself, and we would give him all the necessary information regarding the sector, this sector. But once he reaches Morocco, exactly as Ghana has the GIPC, we have our national investment in promotion agency that's called IMD. They have all the information regarding all sectors of activities, economic activities in Morocco. And they are very keen on encouraging African investors to come to Morocco.
over the past few years, we've seen a few Moroccan companies who have actually come to Ghana to set up their businesses. How many companies have come to Ghana from Morocco, and which industries are they in?
Well, let me just state first that Morocco is the first investor in West Africa, the first African investor in West Africa, and the second on the continent as a whole. So 63% of our foreign investments are going to the continent. So we are
63%.
Yes, 63%
of your investments,
of Moroccan investments outside of Morocco are directed to the continent. Yes, and we have companies operating in 30 countries of Africa.
You have Moroccan companies
operating
in 30 countries in Africa.
In Africa, yes.
And Ghana is one of them.
Ghana is one of them, indeed. In Ghana, the Moroccan companies are interested in, have invested in banking, infrastructure.
Which bank?
Bank of Africa.
Bank of Africa
is a Moroccan bank. CIMAF is a company
cement company.
cemetery. It's located in Tema. And we have also Tract Afrique, which is a logistics company that has has invested in late 2019. They are also trying to diversify their investment in Ghana. And we have also many other countries, many other companies, from Morocco that are interested to come. The delay was because of the pandemic, but I have received so many requests for information. Some pharmaceutical companies are interested to come. What is interesting about the pharmaceutical companies in Morocco that are investing in Western Africa is that of course they export drugs, they're Moroccan drugs, but they also build laboratories in the countries they invest in. They build hospitals and also laboratories for testing and everything. So it's it's a win-win partnership, and it's a win-win cooperation that they are in. We also in this farming and fisheries sector, Morocco has built some farm villages in areas that they invested in other countries in the western side of Africa. So we are very keen on that.
Folks, this has been amazing. Morocco is ready and prepared, and it has always been part of Africa. We couldn't have done this interview in one part. So stay tuned, same place next week for the concluding episode with this incredible interview with Her Excellency, the Moroccan Ambassador. Thank you.